We're back for the final set of puzzles in Piece by Piece, a jigsaw puzzle platforming game. So we're going on to Faith Flip, we're gonna unlock it, and we're gonna find out what new mechanic this one will use. Pieces with rounded corners can be flipped. So last time we had rotation with gears, but now we can actually just flip them back and forth, so I have front face and back face. And now also our character is a little devil. So to get first of all to the golden piece and then to the door, I think we want this rotated edge so it fits here. And this is the door, but we don't want to exit. We want to flip this around, join it here, pick up the golden piece, and then we're able to exit. I mean, we can exit without the golden piece, but for completion, we want to collect them all. And also the devil's been scratching the table. There are big scratches. There's usually like some things around the edges that match the current puzzle theme. We've got some, lots of scratches, a chalice and candles. Oh, we can turn the candles down a bit and then the devil powers activate. That's interesting because I tried clicking on various things in the previous areas and nothing seemed to have happened, but maybe I should recheck considering this was doing things. Okay, so we can also undo that if we want to. Well, let's turn the devil power on while we solve those puzzles. We've got this middle piece is flippable, and on the other side we've got stairs. That means if we go across here, then flip this around, we can go up, we can go on the stairs. Also, we're a little angel on this side, because that's the reverse of our little devil. And then we're near the door, but first we're gonna flip this here, then we're on this side of this piece, and we can use little platforms, get the golden piece. Yes, now we have to redo this a little bit in order to get to the door. Yes, go on this side, hop through. Through to the door we go. Now this piece is flippable. Okay, that's where the golden piece is. We can see our shadow when we're flipped, but we can't move. We can't move in any way, so there isn't anything like doing things on the backside while we're there. Well, so we have to connect to here. This one doesn't flip, but it will connect above with this, or with the flip version where we can actually go somewhere. That will then connect here, and that then means we can transfer the golden piece under ourselves and collect it. Now the door is on the backside of this slipping piece as well, so we have to get off it, flip this back, and actually if we connect ourselves to the top again, we can go to the door as well. So that's complete. Now we've got two pieces that flip, so on the back of this one there's the door, on the back of this one there isn't anything, just a straight through piece. The golden piece is here. But yes, we need this piece flipped to even get out of our starting piece. So we can transfer to here. After that, we're able to go here. And that will also connect with this side. But that doesn't let us yet connect the golden piece. If we flip this here, however, we can use those parts to jump on. But we need this side of this piece to get the door, which we actually can just straight up go to. And that's the level complete. Now the door is visible right away. The golden piece is on the other side of the door puzzle. Actually, all of them flipped right now, so we have to consider all of the combinations. Well, we can't move while we're flipped, so something else have to flip to match with this tile. This connects here then, and we can jump up. This would go on the top, but it will block us. This flip goes on the top, and we can jump up and stay here. Then we can connect to here. Then we can also transfer to this side. But does that get us anywhere? Because it goes up into a triangle, which would connect here. But once again, that will be stuck. Unless we flip this piece, yes, then we can go up. Again, we have access to the door, but we don't yet want the door. I am now able to jump onto this piece, onto the bottom of it, which will once again connect with this piece while it's flipped. But let me be at the bottom. Will that connect me anywhere? Not really. Like, I could go back on top of the platforms, but that will just bring me back to where I was towards the start. So yes, back to this piece then. So to get to the golden piece, I would need to make this connection. I would have to come through the top here. For that to work, I can connect to here, and then I can climb back to the door. So I can jump up to this piece. And then while I'm here, I can connect those two together, and yes, I'm through to the golden piece. Disconnect that again, bring back the door, and I can leave. That's the faith flip complete. All praise the golden puzzle pieces. And we can now unlock the cyber copy. Are we gonna be cloning ourselves? Let's find out. We've got 2 puzzle pieces, and then we got this blueprint. And yes, we can copy... So no, we don't copy ourselves. We can copy the layout of the puzzle onto this blueprint. Yes, I assume we can't just replace it however we want. But yes, what is this weird machine as well? The golden puzzle does not copy, however. Oh, I assume this teleporter looking thing is actually the exit. So I can get myself onto this copy piece. Can I then copy while I'm on it? No, I cannot. But yes, I would be able to connect myself to the door. I don't want to exit, but I can then connect the golden piece here and connect it, and then I exit. Anything interesting around the edges? We've got some old TV. Oh, a newspaper, and there was a little dog in the corner, but it went into hiding now. Nothing else interactive. Well, we'll see if the dog returns later on. Maybe I need to click it really fast and see what happens. So now we have 3 separate pieces we could copy. Well, we're able to make it here and jump up onto those layers. But actually, to get the golden piece, I think we have to copy this middle puzzle piece. With it copied, we can make it back to the starting tile and connect to the fake version, because then we can bring the golden puzzle piece next to us, pick it up. Now it's ours. Now we can make it to this raised platform on this puzzle, and that will connect us to the exit, and we're done. So now we've got just the 2 puzzles and 1 copy blueprint. And immediately we have to copy the piece we're on, because otherwise we won't be able to leave. So we go here, and then we can transfer onto this piece. We could climb up. Climb up onto the copy of it. From here we can make a connection with the exit, but we still gotta get the golden piece on the other side. For that to be possible, we need to copy this here. We basically need to make it to the exit side of this copied piece, because then we will be able to make this connection and go across. Actually, if we transfer ourselves down here, then we can go here, transfer ourselves to the fake exit. Even though, yes, it's still usable as an exit, interestingly enough. Golden pieces do not copy, but we get it like that. But we can still use the copied exit, and that works fine. The dog has not returned. Checked between levels, and he's not there anymore, so I guess that's all we get to see. Well, to the level we go. Immediately, we have to copy the piece we're on so that we can even exit from it. From here, we can connect ourselves to the top of that piece. And from here we would be able to again get to the copied exit, but it's not what we want yet. We haven't used this piece at all. We can use it to basically transfer ourselves on top of something. In order to get to the golden piece, we will need to have it like this, which means we just drop on this platform, and then we can just transfer over, jump up and get it. I didn't even need to jump up and get it. So that's done. And then we just plug this back in here, and off we go. 3 pieces now. That will probably make things more complicated because we have to figure out what are we copying and when. Well, to start with, this is the only connection we can make. And then after that, we can only go to the top, so this is the only connection we can make. Something could connect to this side, but if we connect the piece we were just on, it's just a wall, so that doesn't help. The piece we're standing on, we can copy and it connects with the bottom of itself. Then we're in this corner. What connection can we make from here? Connecting with this, if there were pieces above us, that means we could jump on something, potentially. So that goes here. Then we could transfer this here, but those 2 don't connect. We haven't used any flat edge connections for a while, but I'm not sure that's what's going on here. This goes here, but then there's a wall blocking us. If we put it under us, we can just make it back to the platforms, which I'm pretty sure this is where we came from, so that's not anything new. Actually, if we copy this piece here and get to the bottom of it, we can then place it on the top, and that gives us access to the golden piece, because we just fall onto it. So from here, we just have to figure out how we get to the door. For that, I think we will need to be in this tunnel. So then the question is how we get in this tunnel, because nothing connects with this piece at the bottom here. There isn't a top blank to go against it, which means we would have to be coming from here. We can connect with it through that piece itself, right? If there was a copy here, we would be going through this corridor. So then how do we get in this corridor from where we are now? Well, the only exit we can make is that this piece goes on top of itself and we can jump out and then we can transfer here. So we're over here. So this puzzle, the top and the left edge, it only links with a copy of itself. It will not join with the other areas. But that means if we build this connection, we can get onto the copied version, and then we can go to here to get onto the top of it. That then allows us to get into this corridor in the copy, which then allows us to get into this corridor, which will then connect to the exit. And we're out of here. And that's the cyber copy complete. So as expected, we're going into the mixed level digital devotion. So now we're gonna be flipping and copying. There's gonna be a lot to consider of where we need to be going. Well, we literally just have one piece. So we can flip it and then we can copy the flipped version. But those two sides obviously don't connect left to right. They do connect top to bottom. But right now that doesn't form a path. And the copied piece also does not get the property of being able to be flipped. So we just get the side we flipped. So we get to copy the side we're on, then we're able to make it into here. And then if we flip the starting piece, we can connect it underneath us and we can jump down to here. Now, if we copy the side we're on, we can connect to this side. We can get to the copied door. But again, before we do that, we want to join the golden puzzle piece here and collect it. So now we have to work back to get to the door. So we copy where we're at, flip this to the door side, connect to this side, copy it here, get to the copied door, get out. We're moving on to having two pieces, not just one, although still only one of them is flippable and the door is on the other side of it. But of course, before the door, we've got the golden puzzle. This piece will only connect on this side, but we can make a copy so that we can transfer to this side of it. And then we're able to connect to this piece because we're on the other side of the wall. Now we get to make a flipped copy, so it connects to this side, although that just gets us into a wall, so that doesn't help. We can make a copy of the piece we're on, and then we're able to get on the top, but now we can't copy anymore. We can get onto this side of the starting piece, and then on the uncopied version of this. And then we're high enough to get onto the golden piece, and then we just need to make it back to the door. To make it to the door, we need a copy of that piece itself. We then go onto this corner and connect it with the door piece, and then we're able to get out. This time, we've got one flippable piece, and that's where our golden puzzle is hiding. And then, of course, we've got the other pieces and the copy blueprint. To start with, we can't make any connections, and even if we copy this piece, like, we'll just drop on the wall there, so that will not be helpful. We can possibly copy the reverse of it, because then at least we're landing on another piece and we'll be able to move through. That can then connect to this piece here. We can transfer over, which can then connect to this piece and we'll be able to go underneath as well. This is a corner piece, so we don't have too many connections to do with it. We can connect it to the door piece, but that just takes it on the top again, so that's not particularly helpful. If we put the door piece above, it's too high up to jump right now, but obviously if we detach from the piece, it's not too high up. But to get to the golden puzzle, we need to be on this side. It will connect like this, but we're not on the bottom. Here, if we disconnect this, yes, we're able to jump in and collect the golden piece. So now actually all we have to do is come here, jump up, disconnect ourselves, and then we can jump in and through to the door. Back to just a couple pieces, but both of them are flippable and both of them can't be copied. So immediately to get out of the starting piece, we can copy it here so we can make it somewhere else. That will then connect with this corner. Presumably so that we can connect with that piece here and we can jump down. Then the golden piece would be above us, but we can't even jump to there. We can connect with a copy of what we're on. Then we're going up on the little platform, so then we can reach the golden piece over here. And now all we need is to make it to the door, which will be possible from the platforms, but we will need to get down on them, which means we have to go back here again, get under the platforms that transfers ourselves to the door, and we're through. Now we've got this piece with various corners. On the flip side is the golden piece, and the exit's over here, but of course golden piece first. We can connect with a copy of the puzzle we're on so that we can go across, and then we can fall down back onto this piece. And then we can transfer here as well. To connect to the golden piece, I think we actually have to make it to the door, and then we'll be able to do this. To connect to the door, we can make it to here, jump up, then we're over on this platform. That will connect us to this copied side, which will then connect us to the exit, which will then connect us to the golden piece, and we exit right after. Next level, we've got one flippable piece, and that's where the golden puzzle is hiding, and the door is on the other side. To get out of where we are, I think we need to just copy the puzzle we're on, because then we can jump on the platform, jump and disconnect to get over here. For the golden piece, we'll need to make a connection potentially like this, being in this bottom tunnel. To be in this bottom tunnel, we can... what can we do? We could be on a copy of that piece, but we can't copy right now because we're on the copy piece. So we can transfer onto here. Then we can copy that piece, because it will connect here, and now we're on the bottom of this tunnel. And now we can make the connection, pick up the golden piece. Now we need to flip this again, and actually, if we just connect it underneath, we can make our way down to the door. And we're out of here with our treasure. Back to a single piece and a copy. Both the door and the golden piece are on the other side, but they're in different sections. So, well, we have to start with a copy this way, because that's how we make a connection out. We can connect to the top now, and actually that immediately lets us jump down to where the golden piece is. But next part will be about how do we get out of here and through to the door. If we copy this version, that just gives us a wall, both on the side and at the top, so that's not useful. If we copy the other side, that gives us back the tunnel we jumped down, so at least we can disconnect. Then we can flip and make it to this side. Copy again, we make it to this side corner. But from that still doesn't make a good connection for us. We can return here then. We have to move down a section in order to get to the exit. So how can we fall down from here? If we have this tunnel above us again, we can disconnect and then make a connection to here. So this is the configuration we will need to make it to the door, which means we need to find ourselves in this bottom corner of this piece. To find ourselves there, we have to make it to the top corner of this piece. To do that, we can... well, this gets us on this side, but then we can transfer to this side. Then we flip here, switch to this side. Then we disconnect, and then we just copy, and copy doors work, so we can connect those two, and we're out. working backwards is definitely a good idea in this game, because it lets you basically see what you need to do in order to connect the various sides. So this time, golden piece is under us. This piece slips, the door is on the other side, of course, but ignore it for now. We want the golden piece. We may have to go past the door, but not initial objective. So what can we do? Connect here, there's a wall. Connect here, we can go through. But then platforms are blocking us, but if we go under this first platform, we can change those two pieces and we can actually fall down to here. Falling down to here, I think we need to take a copy of this piece, because then we can connect to this little corner, which then lets us connect to the bottom of this piece. And that's important because then we can fall into the tile with the door. Once again, the door is not our objective, but we can take a copy of this side, attach it to the top, then we can jump into here and then flip the... No, that takes us back to the start. Like, I think I'm almost there, but I need to swap which piece is a copy and which one isn't. So potentially when I'm here, when I go into this corner and then transfer into this piece, I take a copy of the door puzzle so that when I go there, I have this piece flipped, and then that gives me access to the golden puzzle and just fall back and go through the door. Next one, similar number of pieces. The golden puzzle we can see, nothing special on the other side, but we will need it for transfers, and then the door is here. The big thing is that we're going up and down on this piece, and then we're gonna need this corner to transfer to go sideways to the door. So we can actually place this above this, but we can't jump high enough to transfer to that puzzle piece. If we copy what we're on, we're just gonna be blocked. If we copy the exit, we're also gonna be blocked. Okay, interesting conundrum then. Is this where we're potentially going back to connecting flat edges? Because it's not been a thing for a while, but actually it is a possibility. And then we can transfer to the bottom of this piece. Does that get us anywhere? Yes, potentially, because we can copy this side and once again connect flat edges, and then we've got platforms to jump up, but we will transfer here, but we don't yet want to exit. We want to get to the golden piece. To get to the golden piece, we will be doing flat edges again. So actually, if I copy what I'm on, then go here. Copy this again. So once I'm up here, what I need to do is copy the piece with the golden puzzle and put it underneath me, so I can fall in here. And then I swap those two puzzles, so the golden puzzle is accessible to me. But then I need to do some work again to be able to go to the door. So actually going back to where I collected the puzzle, I can transfer myself underneath again, which lets me go to the tunnel, which lets me jump out into the corner, which will then let me climb here and go to the exit. And there we go. This is the last level in this section, I think, because it's level 10. Now is the first time we get 2 copy pieces. So we will be able to do more. Golden puzzle here on the other side of this. But once again, the piece we're on connects up and down, and this one connects mostly sideways, but there is an up connection, which means we can actually jump onto this piece. From here, I see what I need to do. I need to make a copy of this piece so that when I go up, I can then connect to the side with the golden puzzle. And that's taken care of almost immediately. But to go to the door, I will need to make a flat edge connection because the door doesn't have any joints. So we will definitely need this. And then I can connect down here because I think I will need the flip side of this piece to transfer myself into to free the second copy. Then the devil pieces connect like this. And then those 2 pieces can connect like this. So that's almost it, except I'm on the wrong side. But if I swap those 2 together, I can fall down here and I can get in through the door. And that's it. That's the digital devotion complete. But that wasn't everything. That wasn't everything. I said that at the start. I think at the end there might be a big everything together puzzle. And yes, we need 16 golden pieces to unlock this. I have 24 because I've been collecting them all. So we can unlock this box and we can see what's inside. But we're going to get into it next time. So let me know in the comments what you thought about those new mechanics this time. And are you excited to see what happens when all of those mechanics come together? And if you enjoyed this one, consider liking or subscribing. Thank you to channel members for supporting the channel. And I will see you soon on another adventure.